From the Washington Free Beacon, Iran responsible for killing 14% of American troops in Iraq. Nearly 200 U.S. troops have been killed and nearly 1,000 injured by Iranian-made explosives in Iraq, according to new disclosures from a partially declassified report conducted by U.S. Central Command and described by sources to the Washington Free Beacon. The number of U.S. deaths resulting from Iranian terrorism were revealed for the first time on Wednesday by Senator Ted Cruz during a hearing focusing on the Obama administration's failure to prosecute terrorists directly responsible for the deaths of Americans. At least 196 American service members fighting in Iraq were killed directly as a result of Iranian-made explosive foreign penetrators, or EFPs, according to Cruz and congressional sources familiar with CENTCOM's most classified report. The deaths took place between 2003 and 2011. The Iranian explosive devices wounded another 861 American soldiers. A total of 1,534 attacks were carried out on U.S. military members over this period, according to sources familiar with the report, which was provided to Cruz's office. So Iran was directly involved in the slaughter of American soldiers. My guess is this is just the tip of the iceberg. And so Ed Royce, Republican of California, decided that it would be wise then, if they're going to pass the Export-Import Bank, in which you and I subsidize multinational corporations like Boeing, subsidize them with loans when they don't need these loans. So taxpayers subsidizing big companies, which is corporate welfare. And you know about 70 Republicans voted for it, right? This thing was dead in the House. So Ed Royce, Republican California, he went to the floor yesterday. He said, all right, we want to ban the Export-Import Bank from subsidizing Iran. I want you to listen to this. Just a couple minutes. The guy's not particularly articulate, but I want you to listen to this because it's the point I make afterward that's crucially important to those of you who live in 63 congressional districts in particular. Cut one, go.
These common sense prohibitions are subject to presidential waivers. And we have seen the president abuse waivers to pursue his agenda over and over and again on Iran, no matter what Congress thinks. Without consulting Congress, the administration signed us up for an agreement that will waive sanctions year after year until Iran has nuclear breakout capability. That's the way I think this ends. So, Mr. Chairman, the Foreign Affairs Committee that I chair is continuing to examine the Iran agreement in great detail.
So stop. He's the chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee. So that's a big deal. Go ahead.
The administration has abused its authority to force a deal that allows the Ayatollah to keep a path to a nuclear weapon, in my view, with little regard for the views of the American people or their representatives in Congress. And this is not just about Iran. The administration is unilaterally bending, ignoring, rewriting law to advance its agenda here at home toward Cuba and elsewhere. So this amendment protects against executive overreach. It would strengthen existing law by prohibiting any bank activities in connection with the purchase or lease of any product by a country that is designated as a state sponsor of terrorism, to include any agency or national of that government, and it prohibits the waivers that are currently exercised by the president.
All right, so basically what he's saying is, hey, look, we can't allow Obama to use the Export-Import Bank now to subsidize American companies through loans that will do business with Iran. Now, this seems pretty straightforward to most of us, doesn't it? Seems like a good idea to most of us. It seemed like a good idea to most Republicans in the House of Representatives, but it seemed like a very bad idea, apparently, to 181 Democrats in the House of Representatives, the vast majority of them, and 63 Republicans. 63 Republicans voted against this. 63 Republicans. They voted not to ban export-import subsidies to Iran and other state sponsors of terrorism. Now, who were these Republicans? Who were these Republicans who were so concerned about the U.S. Chamber of Crony Capitalism? Who were so concerned about their donors? Who were these Republicans? Well, I'm going to do what nobody else does. I'm going to read all 63 names. Adderholt, Republican, Alabama. Amati, Republican, Nevada. Barletta, Republican, Pennsylvania. Beneshek, Republican, Michigan. Bost, Republican, Illinois. Bustani, Republican, Louisiana. Bridenstine, Republican, Oklahoma. Mr. Producer, I want you to get him on the phone and find out what the hell he's up to. Bouchon, Republican, Indiana. Calvert, Republican, California. Carter, Republican, Georgia. Cole, Republican, Oklahoma. Collins, Republican, New York. Comstock, Republican, Virginia. Cook, Republican, California. Kramer, Republican, North Dakota. Crawford, Republican, Arkansas. Crenshaw, Republican, Florida. Rodney Davis, Republican, Illinois. Denham, Republican, California. Dent, Republican, Pennsylvania. Fincher, Republican, Tennessee. There's more. Freilinghusen, that's a mouthful. Republican, New Jersey. Gibson, Republican, New York. Hanna, Republican, New York. Harper, Republican, Mississippi. Holtgren, Republican, Illinois. Jolly, Republican, Florida. Hunter, you better get that boy on the phone, too, see what the hell he's up to. Republican, California. Katko, Republican, New York. Kelly, Republican, Mississippi. Kelly, Republican, Pennsylvania. Peter King, Republican, New York. Kinzinger, Republican, Illinois. Klein, Republican, Minnesota. Knight, Republican, California. Long, Republican, Missouri. Lucas, Republican, Oklahoma. Luetkemeyer, Republican, Missouri. MacArthur, Republican, New Jersey. Marino, Republican, Pennsylvania. Micah, Republican, Florida. Mullen, Republican, Oklahoma. Pierce, Republican, New Mexico. Reed, Republican, New York. Reinhardt, Republican, Washington State. Renacci, Republican, Ohio. Rice, Republican, South Carolina. Rigel, or Regal, Republican, Virginia. Rogers, Republican, Alabama. Rogers, Republican, Kentucky. Russell, Republican, Oklahoma. Schuster, Republican, Pennsylvania. Simpson, Republican, Idaho. Stefanik, Republican, New York. Stivers, Republican, Ohio. Thompson, Republican, Pennsylvania. Trott, Republican, Michigan. Valadio, Republican, California. Wagner, Republican, Missouri. Mimi Walters, Republican, California. Whitfield, Republican, Kentucky. Womack, Republican, Arkansas. 63 of them.